Chosen one, listen carefully. This message you about to hear. This message found you for a reason. You did not click this by accident. Something about your home, your address, your place of rest, has been part of a silent battle you were never supposed to see. Tonight the veil lifts. Because when interference reaches your physical space, it means your spirit has already moved ahead. And someone noticed. The unseen attack you felt but could not name. There was a moment you felt uneasy in your own space. A strange heaviness, disruptions that made no logical sense. Misplaced documents, delays, confusion tied to where you live. That was not random. That was resistance reacting to your elevation. The home is where power anchors. Your home is not just walls and an address. It is an energetic anchor point. It is where your purpose rests when you are not moving. When someone targets the home, they are trying to destabilize the mission. Because they know they cannot touch the calling itself. Who the chosen one really is. A chosen one is not chosen for comfort. You are chosen because you can carry pressure without breaking. Because you see through illusions others accept as truth. You were born with awareness that could not be taught. That awareness makes systems uncomfortable. Why sabotage shows up late. Notice the timing. The interference did not come when you were weak. It came when you started becoming clear. When you stopped doubting yourself. Sabotage always arrives right before alignment locks in. The silent observers around you. Not everyone who smiles supports you. Some watch quietly. Some gather information without speaking. Some noticed your consistency when others gave up. And when your growth became undeniable, action was taken. Why your address became a target. Addresses are records. They connect identity to location. They tie your name to systems. Interference here is about delay, confusion, misdirection. It is an attempt to slow movement without confrontation. They aimed for confusion, not destruction. Understand this clearly. If they could stop you, they would have. They went for disruption because that was all they could reach. Lost time, mixed signals, emotional fatigue. But even that failed. The sign you are protected. The sabotage did not succeed. You are still standing. Still thinking clearly. Still drawn toward purpose. That alone proves protection is active around you. When the chosen one, outgrows the environment. Sometimes the attack is not about harm. It is about forcing movement. Your current environment can no longer hold your expansion. Resistance appears to push you forward, not to push you out of destiny. Why you felt called to watch this now. This message arrived to stabilize you, to remind you that you are not imagining things, to confirm that what you sensed was real. Awareness restores power instantly. And now you are aware. The shift that follows disclosure. Once you see the pattern, it breaks. Once you understand the tactic, it loses strength. You no longer move in fear. You move in precision. That is the real threat to opposition. Your next move must be calm. Do not react emotionally. Chosen ones never panic. You move quietly, intentionally. You protect your peace and your plans. Silence becomes strategy. They expected you to doubt yourself. That was the goal. To make you question your intuition. To second-guess your path. But instead, you became sharper. That is why the attempt failed. This is confirmation, not warning. Do not misread this message. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to confirm your position. You are far enough along to be noticed. That alone speaks volumes. Your home will become a place of power again. Energy responds to awareness. Your space will feel lighter again. clearer, more aligned. Because what was hidden has been exposed. And exposure dissolves interference. The path ahead opens quickly. After resistance comes acceleration. Things will begin moving faster than before. Clarity, opportunities, alignment. What was delayed will resurface stronger. This is the pattern of the chosen. This is where you stand up fully. No shrinking. No explaining yourself. No lowering your light. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to activate. Final message to the chosen one. If this resonated, it is because it was meant for you. Do not ignore the confirmation you just received. Like this video, so this message reaches others who need it. Comment to anchor this awareness into your reality. Subscribe to return to awakening and stay connected to the truth that finds the chosen first. The quiet realization settling in. As you sit with this truth, something inside you steadies. The noise fades and intuition becomes louder. You realize you were never confused, only distracted. What you sensed was clarity trying to surface. And now it has room to breathe. Why chosen ones are never warned early. If you had known too soon, fear would have interfered. Timing protects the mission more than information. Chosen ones receive understanding only when they are strong enough to hold it. This moment proves your growth. You are no longer fragile to the truth. The difference between attack and test. Not everything that disrupts you is meant to stop you. Some events are designed to measure readiness. Pressure reveals where faith has stabilized. You passed without even realizing it. That is why clarity follows instead of chaos. The invisible line you crossed. There is a threshold few ever reach. Once crossed, observation turns into reaction. You crossed it quietly through consistency. No announcement, no applause. Just undeniable progress. Why your energy no longer goes unnoticed. Before, you blended into the background. Now your presence alters rooms without effort. Silence carries weight when alignment is real. People feel something shift but cannot explain it. That discomfort exposes resistance. The attempt to fragment your focus. Distraction was the real weapon. Not fear, not loss. Fragmented attention weakens momentum. But you kept returning to center. That discipline is rare. How chosen ones respond differently. Others react with anger or panic. You paused, you observed. You waited for understanding instead of reacting. That response alone separated you from the crowd. Wisdom always looks quiet at first. The role of stillness in protection. Stillness is not inactivity. It is strategic awareness. When you stopped forcing answers, truth arrived. Protection activates when movement aligns with purpose. You felt that shift. Why nothing was taken from you. Interference can only touch what is unguarded. Your core remained untouched. Your identity stayed intact. Purpose was never compromised. Only surface-level disturbance occurred. The recovery of lost ground. What felt delayed will return multiplied. Time bends in favor of alignment. Momentum rebuilds faster after resistance. You are about to regain speed. And direction will feel effortless again. The internal upgrade you did not see. While attention was pulled outward, growth happened inward. Discernment sharpened quietly. Boundaries formed without effort. You are no longer accessible to everything. That is evolution. Why the message had to be direct. Chosen ones do not respond to hints anymore. Subtlety no longer works at this level. Clarity must be clean and unmistakable. This message meets you where you are now. Fully aware. The end of questioning yourself. Self-doubt was never yours to carry. It was introduced to slow momentum. Now it dissolves naturally. Confidence returns without arrogance. Just calm knowing. The new relationship with your space. Your home will feel different moving forward. More intentional, more guarded. Not closed off but protected. You will sense what belongs and what does not. That awareness stays permanent. The silent preparation for what comes next. Nothing rushes you now. Timing aligns without force. You are being positioned carefully. Every step will feel deliberate. This phase is critical, the calm before the expansion. This stillness is not emptiness. It is space being cleared. When movement resumes, it will be decisive. You are being reset, not paused. This is intentional. Why chosen ONES feel isolated AT this day? Familiar voices grow distant. Old connections no longer resonate. Isolation sharpens perception. It removes noise without force. Solitude becomes refinement. The shift in how people respond to you. Notice the change in reactions. Some admire quietly. Some withdraw without explanation. Some become uncomfortable around your certainty. This reveals alignment and misalignment instantly. The end of ACCIDNTS and COINCIDNCES. Patterns replace randomness. Events line up with meaning. You begin to recognize timing as language. Nothing feels wasted anymore. Awareness rewires perception. Why resistance cannot follow you forward. What opposes you depends on access. That access is closing. Your frequency no longer matches interference. You outgrew the battlefield. Forward is uncontested. The internal authority awakening. You no longer seek permission. Validation loses importance. Your decisions come from inner clarity. That authority feels natural, not forced. This is leadership energy. How discernment becomes second nature. You sense truth before words arrive. Your body responds faster than logic. Misalignment triggers immediate awareness. This protects without effort. Instinct has matured. The invisible support system, ACTIVTING. Help arrives quietly. Through insight, through timing, through unexpected ease. You are not moving alone. You never were. Now you notice. Why fear no longer grips you. Fear feeds on uncertainty. Clarity starves it. You understand the pattern now. Nothing feels personal anymore. It feels purposeful. The moment you stop, EXPLANING, you realize not everyone needs to understand. Energy speaks louder than language. Your path requires no defense. Silence preserves momentum. This is mastery. The redefinition of safety. Safety is no longer avoidance. It is alignment. When you move correctly, protection follows. This changes how you navigate the world. Confidence deepens. The quiet strength forming. Strength no longer announces itself. It shows through consistency. Through boundaries held without conflict. Through peace that does not waver. This is unshakable. The preparation you did not ask for. You did not request this growth. It arrived because you were ready. Responsibility follows capacity. And you proved capable. This is acknowledgement. The new way you occupy space. You no longer shrink to fit. You do not expand to impress. You simply exist fully. That presence shifts environments. Without effort, the moment resistance stops CHASINGU. There comes a point when opposition disengages. Not because you disappeared, but because you advanced. What once followed can no longer keep pace. You did not fight it. You outgrew it. Why your energy feels different now. There is less urgency, less proving, more certainty in every movement. You trust your timing. That trust stabilizes everything around you. The loss of interest in old struggles. What once consumed your thoughts feels distant. Old battles no longer call your name. Your attention shifts naturally forward. Growth changes what deserves energy. Maturity simplifies focus. The recognition without announcement. You may notice subtle acknowledgement. Doors open without explanation. Conversations shift in your favor. Respect appears quietly. This is earned, not given. The end of internal conflict. Alignment removes inner friction. Your thoughts move in one direction now. Doubt fades because purpose clarifies. Peace replaces overthinking. This is mental sovereignty. The way time responds to you. Moments feel fuller. Decisions happen faster. Delays lose power over you. You are no longer rushing or waiting. You are moving in rhythm. The natural withdrawal from chaos. Noise no longer attracts you. Drama feels foreign. You protect clarity instinctively. Simplicity becomes luxury. This is self-respect evolving. The unbothered state of the chosen. Triggers lose effectiveness. What once provoked reaction now passes through. You observe without absorbing. Detachment becomes strength. This is emotional mastery. The stability others can feel. People sense your grounded nature. Your calm affects environments. Presence becomes influence. Without persuasion. Without force. The end of seeking signs. You no longer ask for confirmation. Inner knowing answers first. External signs simply echo. Trust replaces searching. This is integration. The quiet authority in your voice. When you speak, words carry weight. Not volume, not urgency. Clarity commands attention. You choose when to speak and when to remain silent. The final shedding of old identities. Versions of you fall away. Not through loss but evolution. You honor who you were without returning. This closure feels peaceful. Completion has arrived. The stillness that confirms maturity. This quiet is earned. It is not absence of movement, but mastery of it. You no longer confuse peace with stagnation. Stillness now feels powerful, because nothing inside you is unsettled. Why nothing needs to be proven anymore. You release the need to convince. Truth does not require defense. Your life speaks without explanation. Results replace arguments. This is freedom. The way discernment protects you automatically. You no longer chase clarity. It arrives before confusion forms. Situations reveal themselves early. You exit before energy drains. This is wisdom in motion. The end of overexposure. Not everyone gets access anymore. You choose carefully who sees your process. Privacy becomes sacred. Silence preserves momentum. This boundary strengthens everything. The shift from reaction to response. Nothing catches you off guard now. You respond with intention, not impulse. Emotion no longer drives decisions. Awareness leads first. This is emotional command. The way your presence resets rooms. When you enter, energy recalibrates. Tension dissolves or reveals itself. Your calm exposes imbalance. People adjust without words. This is quiet influence. The removal of unnecessary explanations. You stop narrating your life. You move without commentary. Those aligned understand without asking. Those who question no longer matter. Clarity simplifies communication. The natural return of confidence. Confidence no longer spikes and crashes. It remains steady, rooted in self-trust, unshaken by opinions. This is internal security. The end of CHSNG OUTCUMES. You focus on alignment, not results. Outcomes follow naturally. Effort feels lighter. Progress feels inevitable. This is flow restored. The internal order that cannot be shaken. Your thoughts align with purpose. Your actions follow intention. Inner conflict dissolves. You are no longer divided. This unity is strength. The way life meets you differently now. Opportunities approach calmly. Pressure no longer announces growth. Expansion feels natural. You are met with ease. This is earned alignment. The awareness that never leaves. Once awakened, perception does not return to sleep. You see patterns instantly. You sense shifts before they arrive. This awareness becomes permanent. It is now part of who you are, the DEPER trust forming within you. You rely less on reassurance. Inner alignment guides each step. You feel supported without needing proof. Certainty settles quietly. This trust is unbreakable. The way pressure no longer shapes you. Urgency loses its grip. You move when it is right, not when rushed. External demands fade into background noise. Your pace remains steady. This is self-command, the recognition of your own growth. You pause and realize how far you have come. What once overwhelmed you now feels manageable. Perspective widens effortlessly. Strength reveals itself naturally. This awareness is grounding. The quiet detachment from EXPCTATIONS. You release imagined outcomes. Control gives way to confidence. Life unfolds without resistance. Trust replaces tension. This is surrender with strength. The internal balance you now carry. Emotion and logic coexist peacefully. Neither dominates. Clarity flows between both. Decisions feel complete. This balance stabilizes your path. The way you handle the unknown. Uncertainty no longer creates fear. It invites curiosity. You meet the unknown calmly, prepared without anticipation. This is maturity, the refined sense of purpose. Purpose no longer feels distant. It shows up in small moments, in choices made daily, in consistency without effort. This is embodiment, the end of comparison. Other paths no longer distract you. You honor difference without envy. Your journey feels sufficient. Focus sharpens inward. This is self-acceptance, the natural alignment of action and intent. What you do matches who you are. No internal negotiation needed. Integrity becomes effortless. You move whole. This wholeness sustains you. The strength of quiet confidence. You do not announce readiness. You act when the moment arrives. Confidence speaks through action, not anticipation. This is readiness embodied, the deepening of inner silence. Thoughts slow without effort. Mental noise fades naturally. You hear intuition clearly now. Silence becomes guidance. This is internal clarity. The way discipline feels easier. You no longer force consistency. Habits align with identity. Discipline feels natural, not restrictive. Your actions support your vision. This is self-alignment. The loss of tolerance for misalignment. What once felt acceptable now feels heavy. You notice subtle drains immediately. You step away without guilt. Protection becomes instinct. This is energetic intelligence. The calm confidence in DCSIONS. Second-guessing fades. Decisions land cleanly. You trust your first knowing. Results confirm your clarity. This builds momentum. The way challenges appear different. Obstacles feel smaller. Problems become puzzles, not threats. You approach with curiosity. Solutions surface quickly. This is adaptive strength. The quiet respect you earn without trying. People listen differently now. Your words carry steadiness. Presence commands attention. Not force, not volume. This is earned influence. The internal order guiding every move. You wake with direction. Sleep with peace. Your days flow with intention. Nothing feels scattered. This is internal leadership. The natural return to simplicity. Complexity loses appeal. You choose clarity over chaos. Life feels lighter. Essentials take priority. This is refinement. The way trust replaces control. You stop gripping outcomes. Effort softens. Results still arrive. Often better than expected. This is trust in motion. The grounding sense of belonging. You no longer feel out of place. You belong where you stand. Purpose anchors you. Movement feels supported. This is inner homecoming, the quiet certainty that guides you. You do not need loud confirmation anymore. Certainty lives in your chest, steady and calm. You move knowing you are exactly where you should be. No rushing, no hesitation. Just grounded direction. The way you handle attention now. Praise no longer inflates you. Criticism no longer wounds you. Both pass through without attachment. You remain centered. This is emotional independence. The strength of consistent action. Small steps carry great power now. You show up without drama. Consistency compounds silently. Progress becomes inevitable. This is quiet momentum. The recognition of true priorities. You see clearly what matters. Energy is invested wisely. Distractions lose their pull. Focus sharpens naturally. This is clarity of purpose. The peace that comes from self-trust. You trust your timing completely. Delays no longer feel personal. Everything unfolds with intention. Patience feels natural. This is grounded faith. The way you navigate complexity. You simplify what others complicate. Clarity cuts through confusion. You see core truths quickly. Decisions feel clean. This is strategic awareness. The internal stability that cannot be shaken. External shifts do not disturb you. You remain anchored within. Calm becomes your baseline. Resilience feels effortless. This is inner strength. The subtle joy, returning. Joy appears in quiet moments. Not loud but deep. Gratitude settles naturally. You appreciate where you are. This is contentment without complacency. The end of seeking approval. You validate yourself fully. External approval loses significance. Confidence rests internally. Freedom expands. This is self-authorization. The readiness you no longer announce. You are prepared without display. Action speaks when needed. You wait with calm assurance. The moment will come, and you will move the deep ROTING into your true self. You are no longer performing a role. Masks fall away naturally. What remains feels solid and real. You recognize yourself fully now. This authenticity is permanent. The way energy responds to honesty. Life meets you with less resistance. Truth clears paths faster than effort. You stop forcing alignment. It forms around you. This is resonance at work. The release of old fears. Fears that once whispered grow silent. They no longer find a place to land. Awareness dissolves their power. You see through them instantly. This is emotional freedom. The quiet confidence in your path. You no longer question direction. Even uncertainty feels guided. Each step confirms the next. Your walk becomes steady. This is inner navigation. The way you respond to change. Change no longer shocks you. You adapt with grace. Flexibility becomes strength. You remain centered while adjusting. This is resilience refined. The detachment from unnoticed. You focus on presence, not prediction. Results unfold naturally. You allow rather than chase. This eases effort. This is trust embodied. The internal alignment with truth. Truth feels familiar now. You recognize it immediately. Deception loses influence. Clarity sharpens instinct. This is discernment matured. The simplicity of your daily movements. Your actions feel intentional. Nothing feels wasted. Even rest has purpose. Life becomes streamlined. This is conscious living. The stability that others notice. People feel safe around your calm. Your presence reassures without words. Consistency builds trust. You become a steady point. This is quiet leadership. The sense of being ready without rush. You are prepared, not impatient. You wait without anxiety. Timing feels cooperative. Movement will be precise. This is readiness grounded, the deepening connection to inner guidance. You recognize direction without searching. Guidance arrives quietly, without urgency. You trust the pull you feel. It leads without pressure. This connection is steady now. The way confidence shows up in silence. You no longer need to announce certainty. It is felt before spoken. Your posture carries assurance. Your stillness communicates strength. This is presence refined. The shift from seeking to knowing. Questions dissolve into understanding. You stop looking outward for answers. Knowing settles within. Clarity replaces curiosity. This is inner resolution. The ease in letting things end. You release what no longer fits. No drama, no attachment. Endings feel clean and respectful. You honor seasons without resistance. This is emotional maturity. The way patience becomes power. Waiting no longer weakens you. It strengthens alignment. You understand timing deeply now. Patience sharpens outcomes. This is strategic calm. The refined awareness of energy exchange. You notice what drains and what nourishes. You choose carefully where you give. Balance protects your momentum. You conserve power naturally. This is energetic wisdom. The internal peace that does not fluctuate. External circumstances shift. Your center remains steady. Peace no longer depends on outcomes. It is self-sustained. This is inner sovereignty. The way your words change. You speak less but mean more. Every word carries intention. Silence becomes equally powerful. You choose expression wisely. This is verbal clarity. The trust in your own timeline. You stop comparing speed. Your path unfolds uniquely. You honor your rhythm. Progress feels authentic. This is self-respect in motion. The sense of alignment with life itself. Life no longer feels opposing. You move with it, not against it. Flow replaces resistance. Effort feels cooperative. This is harmony restored, the quiet certainty of being guided. You no longer wonder if you are supported. Support reveals itself through timing and ease. You feel guided without being told. Trust settles deeper each day. This is assurance without evidence. The way pressure fails to distract you. Urgency no longer pulls you off course. You stay focused under demand. Calm becomes your advantage. Clarity overrides noise. This is centered strength. The return of creative flow. Ideas arrive effortlessly. Expression feels natural again. You create without force. Inspiration moves through you freely. This is alignment, unlocking creativity. The internal consistency you now carry. Your thoughts match your actions. Your actions reflect your values. Nothing feels fragmented. You move as one. This is integrity embodied. The way you handle conflict differently. You do not escalate. You observe and disengage when needed. Peace matters more than winning. Boundaries replace arguments. This is evolved response. The recognition of subtle blessings. Small moments carry meaning now. Ease replaces struggle quietly. You notice support in ordinary things. Gratitude deepens naturally. This is awareness expanded. The strength of emotional regulation. Emotions pass without controlling you. You feel fully without losing balance. Awareness creates space. Reaction dissolves. This is emotional intelligence refined. The natural alignment of OPPRTUNITES. Doors open without force. Introductions feel timely. You are met halfway. Effort feels rewarded. This is cooperation with destiny. The way you protect your inner world. You guard your peace deliberately. Not through fear but wisdom. You choose environments carefully. Energy stays clean. This is self-stewardship. The gentle confidence in what comes next. You do not rush the future. You trust it to arrive. Prepared without anxiety. Calm without complacency. This is readiness grounded in faith. This is your moment to stand fully aware. If this message stirred something deep inside you, it is because it was speaking directly to you. Do not brush this off as coincidence. Awareness fades when ignored, but it strengthens when acknowledged. You are being called to stay conscious, not comfortable. Anchor this message into your reality. Engage with this video deliberately. Liking it is not just support, it is confirmation. Commenting is a declaration that you recognize yourself in this message. Your engagement grounds this awareness into your path. Stay connected to what is UNFOLDING. This is not a one-time message. This is a continuing awakening. Subscribe to Return to Awakening so you do not miss what comes next. The truth reaches the chosen first, and you are here for a reason.